Hey Wilbur, Matthew here with freeprescriptionlenses.com, and I'm going to show you how I cut non-prescription clear lenses with anti-glare coating for your brand new RayBan 2132 new Wayfarer color 901L in the 55 eye size, and 901L is the classic shiny black. So let me show you what we're doing. I'll pull this out of the case that RayBan sends me. Open up your black leather Italian case. Pull out your glasses. Your cleaning cloth is stuck in there. There's your RayBan cloth. Your RayBan frame with the G15 sticker on there. And that's actually one of the straighter ones. Usually they're almost always crooked. That's the straightest I think I've ever seen one. And of course the clear plastic sleeve that RayBan sends when they mail me the frame. If they think it's a good idea to send me one, well, by golly, I'm going to put a second one on there when I send to you to protect that from scratches. RayBan's idea. So, alright, the first thing I'm going to do is pop your original heavy glass sunglass lenses out of the frame. Put them on the counter. Let's get rid of those heavy lenses, and we're about to put in some very lightweight, more comfortable lenses into your Italian RayBan frame. I'm going to cut it in my Italian Santinelli LE1000 patternless edger. It's now going to trace the shape of your left lens and then pop over and trace the shape of your right lens here at freeprescriptionlenses.com, where everybody loves a bargain and no one is disappointed with quality. You get free clear lenses whenever you buy the frame. Free clear, prescription, non-prescription, it don't matter to me. I'm going to send you what you want. So, alright, I'm going to pull up the shape of your frame now. Now, if these were prescription lenses, I'd put your pupillary distance in, but because it's not, I'm just going to have it match the frame PD. This is a polycarbonate lens being cut for a Xyle frame, which is an old school name for plastic, and I'm going to cut it on a soft cycle because of the anti-glare coating, which I'll get to in just a moment. So here are your lenses. They're the Lighten Up aspheric lens with anti-glare coating. Your lenses are virtually unbreakable. They are bulletproof up to 22 caliber and have both UVA and UVB protection. And one more thing, one more quality about that which I want to show you. Well, let me go on and keep moving first, because we got to get a certain amount done in a certain amount of time. While it's cutting, I can explain. I got to put this chuck on there while it's cutting, or the block, I should say, which will hold it in place. So what I'm going to do is put this little double-sided adhesive sticker. The black side is the sticky side. I'm going to put it on this block and now this other one. And I'm going to pull away the other side of the tape, showing you the other sticky side. And I'm going to stick that onto your lens. I'm going to do the same thing twice. Now, because of the anti-glare coating, I do want to put one more sticker on there, because that anti-glare coating is also it's a hydrophobic surface, meaning that it hates water. So it makes it a little bit slippery with water, so I'm going to put another sticker on there so everything stays in place while it's cutting. I'm going to put it into the chuck. Thank you, Chuck. Excuse me, Charles. I don't know you well enough. Oh, and got to hit start. You know, these $30,000 edgers, you still have to get start to get them to work. When are they going to program when it works on ESP? So the LMU is going to come down and trace the shape of your frame onto the lens to make sure the lens is large enough for that frame, which it is, but this is just a routine operation I can't override. It is tracing the concave side of your lens first, which is closest to your eyelashes, and now it's moving over to trace the convex side of the lens away from your face, using the calipers to measure thickness, knowing where to put the bevel. The actual cutting wheel is down here on the left. It's the lighter color wheel that looks like a heavy grit sandpaper. It's going to grind away all your polycarbonate material. And then this wheel in the center with the channel is going to put the bevel onto the lens so it stays inside the bevel of the frame. I will have to close the door while it's cutting, but I just want you to see it touch the cutting wheel. There we go. So what I want to say about your lenses, that anti-glare coating is wonderful. It eliminates glare when driving at night, particularly driving at night in the rain. But it also eliminates glare from street lights, stoplights, computer screens, overhead lights, fluorescent lights, any glare source. It's also an anti-reflection lens, meaning that I can almost see my camera and the fluorescent lights above me in the view. With this lens on the right that does not have it, the lens on the left does have that coating. So you don't see... So when someone's looking at you, they're not looking at their reflection in your glasses, or if someone takes a picture with a flash, you don't see the flash lit up in your lens. The third feature that I like, the first two being anti-glare, anti-reflection, the third feature comes with the hardest scratch coating of any lens. This is a premium lens, so they have to protect it. Clean up my mess here. The only thing, being a hydrophobic surface, you never really need anything wet to clean your lenses. If you want to, and it's the same time you do this, I was going to say once a month for your cleaning cloth, whenever it gets dirty, by dropping on the floor like I almost did, just wash it at the sink with dish soap, rinse it out, and just let it air dry on a dish towel or a paper towel. But it dries in just a few hours, these microfiber cloths do. The older it gets, the softer it'll get, the better it cleans, and it's good for anything optical grade, from camera lenses, computer screens, TV screens, binoculars, telescopes, microscopes, CDs, DVDs, and on rare occasions people even use them on their glasses. Plus I'm going to throw in an extra one of mine, just so you have an extra one. You can keep it in the car, at work, whatever. Keep the RayBan one in the case. At least that way you've got two of them, so you've always got one whenever you need one. Now most of the lens is done. It's just putting the bevel onto the lens. In just a moment, water's going to splash on there to start cleaning the lens of any debris that has gotten on there while it's been cutting. And then once it's done, I'm going to take this out and see if it fits into the frame, which I'm actually rather skeptical that it will. I just know that the 55 eye size has a deeper bevel than some of the other RayBan frames, and I may have to cut it down just a little bit more to fit. But the golden rule, you can always cut more off of a lens. You can never add it back on, so I always start a little large and work my way down. So the right lens takes me a little longer. Once I've got the size down perfect, I flip it over and cut the left. Now your lenses, I can't remember if I'm repeating myself, they are unbreakable, virtually unbreakable. They are bulletproof up to 22 caliber and have both UVA and UVB protection. We know what the sun's harmful rays can do to your skin by burning it. Your eyes are 8 times more sensitive than your skin, so this is permanent sunscreen for your eyes while you're wearing them. Now you still have a little bit of rough edges, so I'm going to use my handstone, which is completely flat. I can put my hand on it while it's running, and whereas my finger gets warm, that's it. It just works by friction. Now if you can see that white surface substance going around your lens, it's called Schwarf. That is optical sawdust. I use my thumbnail to scrape it off. I do this so much I've gotten a bevel into my thumbnail from doing it. My friends call it my occupational thumbnail. And then once I've got it all removed from your lens, I put it on the counter and then I wipe it onto the floor. This is the part I always amuse myself with. The clown gets to laugh. Kids, stay in school. I went for school to years to learn how to wipe stuff on the floor. Don't expect to be able to do it as easily as me. So in order to see if it fits, I'm going to tuck the lens in at the outer corner closest to me, and using my thumbs I'm going to press down at the nasal area. It does snap in there, but I want to actually make the left lens a little bit smaller, so I'm going to go ahead and flip it over. I'm going to take it down 1/10 of a millimeter and hit start. While this is cutting, I'm going to go old school back to the handstone and manually make your lens a little bit smaller. So years from now, if you ever need prescription lenses, you can just snap them in yourself. Or if you ever want to get the unbreakable polarized lenses, I sell those separately. I can ship them right to your house. The one thing you will notice, once these heavy glass lenses are gone out of your frame, this frame is going to be so much lighter and so much more comfortable than it ever was. And to me, I'm wearing the same thing in the blue crystal, which is color 6053. I'm wearing it today because of my blue shirt, or my white shirt with the blue stripes. But I have this frame in several colors. What I do is, which I'm about to show you, with my thumb at the nose. It's always with your thumb, it's always at the nose, and you're always pressing down with your thumb. But I put my thumb at the nose, I grab the frame with my left hand, I torque it back a little bit with my right while pushing with my thumb. Out comes the lens. When I want to put it in, I flip the frame upright, tuck it in at the corner closest to me. Again with my thumbs, I press down at the nose, it snaps right in. Every case comes with a cleaning cloth. But again, I have one set of prescription lenses. You can see my prescription doing funny stuff with the print in the background. So I pop my lens into a different color every day, but you may want to get the polarized or anything else. I'm going to take this block off, take the sticker off, it's no longer needed. I do drop those on the floor when it's not sticking to my hand. Get off there. You know what? I might just have to drop it on the floor. So again, doing the same thing with my thumb at the nose. I'm going to torque your frame, and you're not going to hurt the frame by doing this. I'm going to press down. Out it comes a little firmer than I wanted, so I'm going to go all the way around using that same little bevel. I'm going to go all the way around your lens. Making it a little bit smaller. Then back to the safety bevel. Scrape away any of that debris. Dry everything off again. Get that debris off there. Actually, let me clean this up a little bit better. I will get your frame into standard alignment before I ship, and I'll show you how I do that. But I do want to remind you that 99% of all optical shops adjust for free. So if these are too loose or too tight, or if it's high on one side, just stop in and tell them. They'll know exactly what to do. It only takes about 30 seconds to adjust this frame. Now, I was taking out and testing it to pop it in and out to make sure it does it easily so that a novice can do it. Don't worry, it's never loose enough that it's going to fall out. I've been doing this for years with my patients with prescription lenses. Trust me, if anything ever happens to a lens, or if anything happens to that frame, I would hear about it, because there's people who are paying a lot more than you for the same item. And I encourage them to do the same thing, because years ago I learned, why sell one frame when you can sell 5? I am now the #1 RayBan account in the state of North Carolina, and my sales rep loves me for that. She's even tried to get people to share my video so that all her other accounts will sell more than one pair. Alright. So which two, by the way, Wilbur, if you do get a second pair, get it with, the tinted lenses or something else. Get it in a different color, because you'll be able to pop the lenses in and out, and therefore you've got, once you have 2 frames with 2 different color lenses, essentially you have 2 frames with clear lenses, 2 frames with sun lenses. So now you're always matching 2 no matter what you wear. So in order to make sure this fits, I'm going to tuck it in at the outside corner, and using my thumbs press down at the nose, and that snaps in there perfect. I'm just going to test that. That comes out very well. So pop it back in one more time. I'm going to take this block off. And before I get it ready to ship to you, I'm going to put it in standard alignment, meaning that it will have a 3-point stance. Those 3 points are 1, 2, and the bottom of the frame being 3. I set it on the counter, and using my thumbs, I press down. There is no wobble. Unlike my blue pair that you see in many and majority of my videos till I switch to the blue crystal. But I have one ear that's higher than the other, so when I press down on my frame, you see the wobble. You don't get that with yours. I'm going to flip it over, do the same thing to make sure there's no wobble. Let me get my junk out of the way. And the last thing I do is make sure that the hinges overlap perfectly, which they do. I got a little optical sawdust on there. Let me clean that off for you. But there's the same amount of tension on both sides. So Wilbur, again, I really appreciate you buying this frame for me. You could have bought it from anyone, but you chose the guy who gives you the free clear lenses. Well played, sir. If anyone else has any questions about what I can and can't do, just email me at freeprescriptionlenses@gmail.com. And Wilbur, I hope you enjoyed watching your glasses being made, and you can see how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses. Thank you.